Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The Jets at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off a loss which snapped that impressive 8-game winning streak.
Well, you'll never be able to get a team to admit that a loss is a good thing. It's never in any team's DNA. But sometimes it relieves a little bit of the pressure, and now they can start fresh.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, you talk about this Jets defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
One more time with ETN.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They're going to look to throw.
Taken in left side, it's Wilson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluwakan.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And just shedding him off there. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They go play action with Lawrence. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. He's to the 15.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Lawrence will throw.
Looking long for Thomas. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Ashton Davis.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Jeremy Ruckert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk,
70 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Foyesade American.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Lawrence.
eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Down to the 10.
And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw here. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown.
Breece Hall.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gotw, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down.
Back to throw now on first down.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He finds Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Paul want to give up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And a completion to Wilson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of account.
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown!
Jeremy Ruckert.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian Kirk, 53 yards.
And the Jaguars are back within a score.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route. Any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Staying on his feet, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Devin Duvernay.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jags have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And things have changed since the last time they had it. The safety led to the touchdown, so now they find themselves behind as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be touchdown in the end, but a big play on that one.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Flush to his right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
2nd and 13. Now he steps away. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
They'll set up to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Another tote for ETN.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They'll try the left side with ETN. Down to about the 23. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball at the 23, second and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Finding space at the 40.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.